Welcome back to Tales from the World's Firesides at Christmas. I'm Clive Gilson, the story guy, and today I'm telling a Christmas tale called Christmas Gifts. This is my adaptation from an original by Laura E. Richards, which was in Ada Skinner and her sister Eleanor Skinner's book, The Pearl Storybook, published by Duffield and Co in New York in 1919. That's enough of that. Let's get on with the story. "Mum, can I get some money to buy Christmas gifts?" Jack asked. "Oh, sweetheart," his mum replied, I don't have any money. We're struggling to get by, what with the cost of living and pandemics, and I barely have enough for food." Jack looked down, feeling disappointed. If he hadn't just turned 10, he might have cried, but he was 10. "Well, everyone else gives presents," he said, "and so will you," his mum smiled, "but not all gifts are bought with money. The best people who ever lived were poor, but they were always giving, you know." "Well, who were they? And what did they give?" Jack asked, curious. "Well, it's Christmas," she said softly. "You know them. And the truth is, he lived in a working class family and never had any money, but he gave 12 gifts every day. Do you want to try it his way?" "Yes, all right then," Jack answered, excited. His mum explained how it worked, and soon after, Jack, dressed in his nicest clothes, set out to give his gifts. His first stop was at Aunt Jane's house. Now, she was old and had trouble walking, and she wasn't too fond of kids. "What do you want?" she asked, suspiciously. "Merry Christmas," Jack said cheerfully. "Can I help you for an hour?" You want to keep out of trouble, eh?" "Well, you can bring in some firewood," Aunt Jane grumbled. "Should I split some kindling too?" Jack asked. "Well, if you can manage not to hurt yourself," Aunt Jane replied sceptically. Jack found some fresh pine wood, grabbed the hatchet, and made quick work of it, stacking the wood neatly. Then he fetched water and filled the kettle. "What else can I do for you? There's 20 minutes left." "Well, I guess you can feed the pig," she said. And Jack did just that, and the pig happily snorted in thanks. 10 minutes left," Jack said. "Anything else?" "Yes, you can sit and tell me why you're here," Aunt Jane said, curious now. "Well, it's a Christmas present," Jack said proudly. "I'm giving people hours as gifts. I had 12, but I gave one to Mum, and another one passed without me noticing. This hour is for you." Aunt Jane, looking quite touched, went to the cupboard and handed Jack a small pie. "This is for you," she said. "Thank you for your gift, and do please come back again sometime, okay?" "Thanks," Jack said, taking the pie and heading off. Next, Jack read to Mr. Green, who was blind. They enjoyed a book about the ocean, and the hour flew by. Then it was time to help Mum with lunch, which took another 2 hours, including savouring Aunt Jane's delicious pie. Later, Jack took the Smith baby for a walk in its pram, since Mrs. Smith wasn't feeling well, and on the way they bumped into the baby's grandpa, who filled Jack's pockets with sweets and candy and invited him to a Christmas party that night. After that, Jack visited Willie Brown, who'd been bedridden for ages. They played games and told stories, and before Jack knew it, 2 hours had passed. "Oh no," he said, "you've got 2 hours." "2 hours of what?" Willie asked, confused. Jack explained his gift-giving plan, and then said, "Do you know, I'm glad you got 2 hours. I'd stay longer, but I need to help my mum." Willie looked sad. "Well, thank you so much, Jack. I had a great time too. But I don't have anything to give you back." Jack laughed. "Well, of course you did. You gave me the same thing. I had fun too." That night, as Jack got ready for bed, he told his mum, "I had an amazing Christmas, but I wish I had more to give you than just my time." And she hugged him and said, "You've given me the best gift of all, Jack. Yourself." Okay, that's the story of Christmas gifts. So the story was written by Laura E. Richards, and it's a short, heartwarming story, I think, that highlights the spirit of Christmas through simple acts of kindness and love and the joy of giving. You know, Richards was a well-known American author at the time, and she often wrote stories with strong moral lessons, focusing on the themes of generosity, compassion, and community. Now, my aim in telling these stories is to tell stories that might otherwise be lost or forgotten to modern readers, especially readers outside of the originating cultures. Hopefully, by sharing these tales, we can share those cultures and just maybe make things a little less complex in this world. Now, if you've enjoyed the story, you can find out more about me, Clive Gilson, the story guy, and Tales from the World's Firesides as a project at clivegilson.com. And there's also dedicated Facebook and YouTube channels indicated at the bottom of the screen. Now, I would really appreciate it if you could hit the like button. It always helps keep these stories front and centre. And please do follow or subscribe to the channels. There's certainly 100 odd stories up there now on both Facebook and YouTube, and there's more every week. That's it for now, though. So until next time, keep reading, keep listening and watching. Have a great Christmas and also have a brilliant 2025. Take care.